everywhere burst few hours ago as Kenneth Okonkwo I finally burst out few hours ago. This video is going on viral as far as Biafran is concerned at the moment. You know, Kenneth Okonkwo have never come out to speak about Biafra in a lot of times that he have always come out to speak. He have never come out to speak about Biafra. We always come out to talk about Nigeria politics and the things that Tinubu and his cabinet are doing that are very wrong. But Kenneth Okonkwo have finally burst out after the arrest of Simon Ekpa and after all the disunity that is ongoing. The Biafra cabinet is finally something of. Kenneth Okonkwo have finally burst out. He have finally burst out against the people that are actually coming against Biafra. People like Wike, Tinubu, and all of that. Kenneth Okonkwo have finally burst out today. You will hear everything that this man said in this very video. He said, "Don't take the betrayal serious. You will see show for yourself." I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video, just do it to share it as you're watching. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral, and if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just do what to click the red subscription button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. The unexpected finally occurred few hours ago. You know, nobody ever expected the most that Kenneth Okonkwo actually moved based on Biafra and all of that. You know, this man have never come out to speak on Biafra liberation before. He have never come out to speak on Biafra agitation, and he have never agitated for Biafra before. Even when under the KANU, Simon Ekpa, and all the Biafran agitators were actually agitated for Biafra, Kenneth Okonkwo will never talk about it, but rather he will always come out to talk about the nonsense that Tinubu and his cabinet are actually doing that is actually shocking Nigeria up, because it's not more the news that Nigeria is already shocked up. A lot of the poor in Nigeria, they cannot even breathe in their own country again. They find it difficult to breathe in their own country. Even when Tinubu came out to say that let the poor breathe, don't suffocate there, but it's actually suffocating the life out of the poor. And Kenneth Okonkwo have never been silent on it. And whenever any Tinubu cabinet actually come out to insult it and all of that, it will always come out for them and all of that. That's what Kenneth Okonkwo have been doing right from time, based on all the videos that I have been making. But Kasala boss few hours ago, Biafrans clap for Kenneth Okonkwo few hours ago, because Kenneth Okonkwo have finally come to stand for Biafra. You will see show in this very video. You see show for yourself. And let us stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video, do it to share the video. Share to different social media platforms as you're watching it. And if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. You know, the convention that was held in Finland, that was after Simon Ekpa was arrested and all of that. That convention actually caused a lot of things, and you know, a lot of Nigerian politicians and a lot of Nigerian key stakeholders have been talking about all the things that actually transpired because of the convention. Because a lot of people came out then that why is it that Biafrans, they went to Finland to hold the convention, why can't they come to Nigeria to hold the convention, since they said they want to liberate Biafra out of Nigeria? So a lot of people actually make mockery of them and all of that. They said they don't have mind, that is why they go to Finland to do the convention and they can't come to Nigeria to do it and all of that. They said they're raising Biafra flag up in another country, that they can't come and raise it up in Nigeria. Those are what a lot of people were actually saying. But Kasala boss, moment Ngozo Raboeze, the chief of staff of Biafra, moment the woman came out in course of the convention and announced the state that Biafra will be taken away when they finally liberating, because according to the convention they said Biafra is finally liberating, and they listed out the number of states that Biafrans will be taken away. Those are what happened in course of the convention. Now a lot of people came out, they said there are states like Delta State, there are states like Edo State, there are states like River State, there are states like Cross River, and all of that cannot be taken away, and all of that they said Biafra cannot take all those states away, that Biafrans cannot leave bone for Nigeria to eat. Now Kasala boss few hours ago, Tinubu and Wike, they are in serious trouble in the hand of Kenneth Okonkwo and Biafra at the moment. You will see what happened that makes Biafrans to be clamming for Kenneth Okonkwo few hours ago. Hear from Kenneth Okonkwo yourself, hear what he said, hear what this man said. You will see show for yourself. So if you can share the video, just where to share it, and if you can share it, just like it. Stay connected. I'm coming back again.
One tanker exploded, 96 died, 98 died. 5 fires broke out in one of the largest cities in the world, and 16 persons died. And it warranted the president to cancel his trip. the mayor rushing back, the governor, all of them were at the spot. And the 16 persons died because they refused to obey the orders of the government that asked that they should evacuate, making the government to forcefully evacuate the remaining people and forcefully stop them from coming back until the fire is completely under control. Now in Nigeria, the tanker started leaking fuel, and the government already knew the disaster because it has happened in October. It happened somewhere in Jigawa, and there was no security agency, there was no government to condone off the place to make sure that people do not come near the place, because they know that because of desperation of people, because of poverty and hardship, they will always think that particular case and incident will be different. So they think they can scoop fuel. A liter will give them 1,000 naira or more, and they may not have eaten for the past days, and there was no government there to ensure that that place is condoned off. If the people are dying, let them die. Once they can make all the money that they want, once they can travel in the whole world with their ill-gotten wealth and their profligacy in new presidential jets, men of power, as long as they keep feeding themselves and their immediate families with power, they don't care what happened to the people. Men of money, as long as they use every opportunity they have to accumulate more money, they never consider the people. There is no sensitive government that has people in mind that will ever have the president and the vice president out of the country at a time where more than 100 persons have died on the instant because of natural disaster. So we have a government that is a disaster on its own. Our government is natural disaster on its own. So when other disasters are happening, it's just part of the disaster. We are not in a democracy. We are simply in a civilian dictatorship, and that is why they don't care. I can tell you that what the president and the vice have done, the kind of insensitivity they displayed within this period, is capable of removing a president in office in another clime where the people are the consideration. In South Korea, an impeached president that has not been removed from office, they declared him wanted by the police, and they wanted to arrest him, and his own supporters wanted to wage war because they felt, no, he has not been removed from the office. The president himself said, no, I will submit myself, because if I don't, it will lead to bloodshed, which will kill people. He was thinking about the people. But we have leaders who will think about themselves, think about their pockets. Men of power, men of their pockets, not men of the people. We need men of the people to govern us in this country.
What are your thoughts on the civilian casualties in Zamfara State due to military bombardment?
You know, the issue of what happened in Zamfara State is very regrettable. Recall that the governor came out and said it was a mistake. And the governor said that the military are doing their utmost best. And in fairness to the military, you can agree with me that the security situation in Zamfara is improving. And the governor also confessed that within that same location and area, that the military confronted the terrorists just within days, so that it was reasonable for the military, seeing anything from the air, to assume that it must have been the military. And then it was reasonable for the military to assume that it could be terrorists if they are seen from the air. This is from the governor, because the military, that place has been a flashpoint, and the military has been encountering terrorists. So when the issue happened, the military will always tell you that at times they will target legitimate targets, and then secondary explosions, maybe from the weapons of the terrorists, will explode and then hit other targets. That's what you call collateral damage, unintended damage, when a military is targeting a legitimate target. It happens all over the world. Let me use the opportunity to commiserate with the victims. The truth is that it's because of those innocent ones that the military are even risking their lives to protect. So there's no way the military would have started targeting innocent ones when the whole reason that they are attacking the terrorists is actually to protect the innocent ones. So the military should be more careful to reduce collateral damage. And let me use the opportunity to thank them for the good work they are doing for our country. May God bless all of them. May God protect our troops.
What do you think about the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, denying his Igbo ancestry?
Well, you see, the issue of the FCT minister denying his Igbo ancestry is actually very amusing. I've seen the FCT minister, for instance, raising his hand and vowing during the presidential primary of PDP that whoever emerges from this primary as the presidential candidate, that I vow to support the person. He later on supported Tinubu in the presidential election after the vow. And he started saying, no, it's because he's from the south. And then I was asking myself then, when you were making the vow, were you not aware that you had some northern candidates that were contesting? You contested with them. When you were making the vow, did you say, I vow that if any southern candidate emerged from this convention, I'm going to support the southern candidate? Is it, if any person, if anybody emerges, I vow, use the word vow, to support the person? I saw him also vowing he would never say anything against Odeli that will make him to cry. But the things he's saying about Odeli is even making Odeli's followers to scream. Then you can imagine Odeli himself. I saw him also vow that once he leaves office, he will leave his successor to have peace and will not come to disturb him. That is not the kind of person that disturbs his successor. His successor is the most disturbed successor in the whole Nigeria. So he has made a lot of vows which he had recanted. So if you don't like what the FCT minister is saying, just be patient. He will soon change. But let me talk about the issue of ancestry. Nobody chooses where he comes from. It's God that determines where you come from. That is one. Then secondly, the basis of nationhood from the ancient time is language. If you recall the Bible from the Tower of Babel, when God wanted to create nations out of the unipolar world, then he said, let us go and scatter their language. So when God did it, you discover that people now who understood each other, what they were speaking, now aggregated and became part of one nation. So it is language that determines your nationhood. Ikwere is Igbo, 100%. Ikwere go na Chineke dị mma. Ikwere. Wike means Wike. Because in Igbo land, some dialects use the word Wike. If you remember, the former Senate president is Adolphus Wabara. So it's dialectical. Nyesom is Igbo. So by virtue of language, Ikwere is Igbo. And it is in his constitutional right to say he does not want to identify as Igbo. That is constitutional right. But he cannot say he's not Igbo. Because by language, by tribe. He is Igbo and he doesn't have a choice about it. And again, if a Wike that is just a politician talks about Igbo, and the president of Ohaneze, who happens to be an Ikwere man, Senator Azoka Mbata, talks on what concerns Igbo, and then Wike's own political leader, who is Fubara, because the PDP concern is very clear. Once somebody is a governor, he is the leader of the state. If Fubara had welcomed Senator Azoka Mbata as the president of Ohaneze, who is from Ikwere, I would rather believe these people, because they have the political and cultural right to say where Ikwere people are from. And then from their language, Azoka, the back is strong. It is pure Igbo. However, like I said, it is a man who has complex that is even making his nationality an issue. I tell you something, at times I go to church to give thanks to God for the honor and privilege of making me an Igbo man. You know why? Ndị Igbo are one of the rare gem in the whole world that can create their way out of any problem they are in. After the war, they were given 20 pounds. Before 10 years after the war, they are already the richest wherever they are, adding value, creativity. 22 years after the war, we were already creating living in bondage in Igbo, somewhere in Lagos, that has started Nollywood, that is ranking about the second now in the whole world. Creativity, which is a gift from God. Before the war, you always hear about Igbo man. An Igbo man will sit down, and whenever he has any issue, he creates his way out of the problem. Do you know that since the Igbos were purged out of the civil service of Nigeria, out of the leadership from the highest quarters, Nigeria has never recovered from it? The best time of Nigeria was before the Civil War. And then the Igbos were in charge of practically majority of the sectors in Nigeria. So what I'm telling you is that I thank God. I always ask God, what have I done for you to give me the privilege to be an Igbo man? And you can see it, because he has given me all the faculties, mental and physical, to survive without governmental assistance. Pure creativity. So Ndi Igbo are not looking for people to be Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo are already grateful to God that they are made to be Ndi Igbo. Ikwere people are the ones who rightly identified themselves as Igbo, rightly indicated interest to be president of Ohaneze, and Ndi Igbo from the southeast, knowing that they are our brothers. One thing you can't find in the DNA of an Igbo man is segregation. No, because by nature he's a traveler, he is a trader, and these two natural traits demand that you welcome everybody from wherever they come from. I'm sure that even if Yoruba and Hausa want to say they have become Igbo tomorrow, Igbos will still accept them, and all of us will be one. So when you say Wike is saying that, don't be surprised if you go to him privately, with his voice. When you're walking around Igbo, he can believe Igbo, he can blow Igbo. You're happy here, politics. You want to know your politics, he can blow Igbo. Happy here. You'll be surprised, that's what he will say. So, Wike is Igbo, or let me say Ikwere is Igbo, but Wike has the right, just like he has done before, to say he does not want to identify as Igbo. That's his fundamental human right. But if you don't like it, just be patient. He will soon change.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. So you can hear everything that Kenneth Okonkwo actually said in this very video. You know, Kenneth Okonkwo will never come out to pull out in matters that is not even concerning Nigeria. He will always come out to talk about the Nigeria politics and all of that. You know, this man will always come out to attack Tinubu cabinet because he believes that a lot of irregularities is actually ongoing in the cabinet and the administration of APC and Tinubu. You know, they even asked him a question. They said, did they want to join APC in anytime soon? Since he said he don't want to have to do with Labour Party back in the days and all of that. But he said over his dead body that he will never join APC, that if there's no any other party in this life again, that he will never join APC as a person. That was what this man said. That should show you the level of vendetta that he actually have towards APC and all of that. Though we've seen a lot of politicians in time past that said they can never join APC, they can never have anything to do with APC, but rather they later go back to join that APC and they eat all the words that they are spitted against APC in time past. Now, in the case of Kenneth Okonkwo, this man will always come out to attack Tinubu because he believes that Tinubu has suffocated the life out of the poor in Nigeria, that the poor cannot even breathe in their own country again. The poor is living like slaves in their own country. They can't even survive as far as the administration of Tinubu is concerned because he believes that there is hyperinflation, there is high in price of community of goods, and what people were buying for 10 naira before have skyrocketed to like 100 naira. A lot of things are actually ongoing in Nigeria, and the poor cannot even live a good life in their own country. So Kenneth Okonkwo will always come at them to attack Bola Ahmed Tinubu based on what he has been doing to Nigerians and based on what he's doing to Nigeria till now. But the same Kenneth Okonkwo finally burst out in that very video that I just finished watching. You know, in course of the final convention, Kenneth Okonkwo was just watching all throughout the convention. He never said anything regarding the Biafra convention and all of that. He never said anything regarding Biafra liberation. He never said anything regarding anything that Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi KANU were doing back in the days. He was just there watching and observing everything that Biafrans were doing based on the Biafra liberation and all of that. But look at it, when they did the final convention, that was few days after Simon Ekpa was arrested. Kenneth Okonkwo watched the video where Ngozi Orabueze, the chief of staff of Biafran, actually do everything possible to read out all the states. I think it was 40 states that Biafrans will be occupying and all of that. That was the state that Ngozi Orabueze read out. He read those states to be part of the state of Biafra. He read Rivers State as part of the state of Biafra, and including Delta State. And a lot of people actually said a lot of things. That thing actually caused a lot of uproar as far as Nigeria is concerned. They said these people are really joking. I mean, the Biafra people, they said they're really joking. Why would they be reading out their state? A lot of people from Edo State, they said they are not from Igbo. A lot of people from Rivers State said they're not from Igbo. And a lot of people from Delta, they said it's because of the oil that Delta is having. That is why Biafran is trying to claim Delta and all of that. They said, did they really want to leave bones for Nigeria to eat? Why are they taking all the states that have the mineral resources, the petroleum, all of that? That was what happened. Now, a lot of people said all these things, and Wike came out few days ago and Wike made it known to the general public that Rivers State is not an Igbo land. Even Asayi Dokubo came out to attest to the fact that Rivers State is an Igbo land and all of that. But Wike came out, he said Rivers State is not an Igbo land, and he said Rivers State can never be an Igbo land. That if you should look at his name, Wike, that Wike is not an Igbo name and all of that. Yesom is not an Igbo name. Yesom Wike is not an Igbo name. So he tried to buttress the point that Rivers State is not for the Igbos, and a lot of things were said by Wike and all of that. But you can hear what Kenneth Okonkwo said. He analyzed everything. He said whether Wike like it or not, he have the right to say that he's not from a nationality or it's not from a place and all of that. It's his own fundamental human right. But he said whether Wike like it or not, Wike is an Igbo man, and whether Wike like it or not, Rivers State is an Igbo land. That was what Kenneth Okonkwo said. Now, looking at his analysis, he said this same Wike in question is not a man of his word and he lacks integrity. If Wike is still doing something today, come tomorrow you will see him doing another thing that he claimed that he's not going to do. Now, Wike said he can never be an Igbo man, but Kenneth Okonkwo said give him few days, let the ministerial appointment that he got for Tinubu, let it finish and all of that. That's when you will hear another thing from Wike. He said Wike is never a serious man right from onset. That was what Kenneth Okonkwo said. He said they should not take any word from Wike. They should not take it serious. The same Wike that came out to say that godfatherism is a game that nobody should ever play close to him, that he hates godfatherism and all of that. He don't want to have anything to do with godfatherism. But according to what Kenneth Okonkwo said, they said, who is the best godfatherism game player as far as Nigeria is concerned today? Who is the person that is not giving Fubara peace of mind based on this godfatherism thing in Rivers State? Is it not the same Wike? Is it not the same Wike that came out to say that he don't want to have anything to do with godfatherism before he left the governorship seat and all of that? But who is playing the game of godfatherism till today? Is it not the same Wike? Those are the questions that Kenneth Okonkwo actually asked in this very video. He said nobody should take Wike serious, that Wike is not a man of his word and he can never be a man of his word, that if you're taking Wike serious, you are just on your own. Those are what Kenneth Okonkwo said in this very video. Now, what do you think? Will Wike still come out tomorrow to declare to the general public that he's an Igbo man and Rivers State is an Igbo land? Look at what Kenneth Okonkwo said. Do you think what Kenneth Okonkwo said in this very video will really play out based on what Wike said on Biafra and Igbo land and all of that? Drop a opinion in the comment section on this video. Feel free, say your mind, as I'm gonna discuss and that one for you, and share. Follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor for LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, why you with the for church? All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.